No. I just thought it was hilarious, man. How like I was like, oh, when you're working there, oh yeah, not till Thursday, bro. You got like 3 long days before you even work.
Yeah, man.
Oh man,
I'm blessed. Trust me, I'm blessed. I thank God for it every day. I get to
good
spend
man.
time
You got
with
more
my wife, with
with
my
the family.
family.
Exactly,
It's
exactly. That's more important, man. Like I mean, besides work, obviously work is important, but if you can balance the two, man, that's the best thing. A lot of people don't have that capability of being able to balance both of them.
here's the shit. I'll tell you a story, right? Right before the pandemic, I used to work. Mind you, I've had my shop 10 years. So for about 8 years straight, I worked 6 days a week, 10 to 12 hour
Oh,
days.
oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay. So I
Yeah,
built up my clientele.
that
That's one.
good.
Two, here's the thing. As I was home for the pandemic, I mean, believe it or not, that put a lot of relationships to the test. Like people been with each other a long time, but they ain't been with each other in
Mm-hmm.
each other's faces all day long. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What's up, MJ? Right? So, as one time I'm home, I catch my son asking my wife for something, and he comes out and he tells her, "Well, she tells him, go ask your father." Right? And
Mm-hmm.
he comes out and he tells her, "Well, why am I gonna ask him? He's never here."
Mm.
So when I heard that, bro, it
That
changed a
hit
lot for
hard.
me. You know what I'm saying? It did.
Mm-hmm.
So once the
That,
pandemic,
yeah.
my shop was closed for 3 months. When I finally was able to open and I went back, I said, I'm not doing this no more. And that's when I switched to 3 days. But here's the thing. I used to work 6 days a week, 10, 12 hour days, bro. And I was living paycheck to paycheck. Like I could not never get above. Can you
Yeah,
believe
yeah.
as soon as I started working 3 days a week, like a month later, I was out of all my bills. Like,
Oh, I believe it.
and
I
then,
believe it 100%, bro.
and you want to know why? The reason is
Was that?
because I worshipped it. I was a slave to my job,
Yeah.
and that's what people do. You know, and believe it or not, I feel sorry for people like that sometimes. Now that I look at it, but it's crazy. That was me, bro. Everything was work. Everything was work.
Everything revolves around work. It doesn't matter. It's like, I mean, family's obviously there, but it's like your impact on your children wasn't as much as you wanted it to be because of work. I mean, you just gave a perfect example, saying that your son, went to your wife and said 1, 2, 3, and your son was like, "Well, he's never here. Why should I ask him?" I mean, that's a life-changing moment, to be honest with you. That literally
Bro,
probably
that
flipped
shit
your whole
killed me.
world upside down. Yeah, I believe it. I bet people don't
What up,
understand what you just
carbonated?
told me. Like that one little sentence with 4 or 5 words, it will flip like a parent's life around. And people don't understand. Oh, it's just words. No, it's not just words. When a child says something like that, dude, that's very impactful. That has a huge, huge meaning behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm telling you, it was crazy. It was super crazy.
Oh, I believe it. Right when you said those words to me, when you said what your son said, you didn't have to tell me anything else because that hit home. I was like, oh, what?
Yeah,
You know
and
what?
and
That
and
makes a
and
lot of
here's the
sense.
shit. I remember growing up, single mom, me and my sister, and my mom had to work. So if I remember right, my sister's 2 years older than me. I was maybe about 7, 8, and she was about 9 or 10. And we used to be home by ourselves and had to be quiet so nobody would know that we're home alone and shit. And that I remember
Oh,
raising
yeah.
myself, and because of that, believe it or not, I've made a lot of mistakes in life that I still pay for to this day because of the no guidance. So with my kids, you know, I try to be in their faces, but I'm not a helicopter parent. You know what I'm saying? When a lot of parents, their kids get on their nerves, and they, by the way, just send them to their room. You know?
It's communication, bro. People don't understand. Communication is everything. Whether it's a husband to a wife, whether it's a parent to a child, communication is everything. At the end of the day, somebody wants somebody that they can listen to and talk to and communicate with. If you can't do that, the foundation of a good relationship all starts with communication, man. When you can communicate, you can resolve a lot. I can guarantee you that if you can communicate, you'll resolve at least 70 to 80% of your problems.